College football week 4, everything you could ask for. There were thrills, there were chills, there were upsets, there were tons of great games. So here are my top 5 takeaways from week 4. Takeaway number 1, the upsets. Oh my gosh, the upsets were incredible. We had Miami imploding at home against Middle Tennessee State. A lot of people thinking Miami with Coach Cristobal was back. Unfortunately, that is not the case. They have a lot of work to do. We had a heartbreaking loss by Arkansas to Texas A&M in what I would consider to be an instant classic for this season. Missouri literally just gives the game away at Auburn in one of the most incredible finishes I've ever seen in my life. And then the nightcap, OU losing at home to Kansas State. Takeaway number 2, Georgia is not invincible. You know, after the first game of the season where the Bulldogs dismantled Oregon, most of us thought these guys are untouchable. It's almost like an NFL team playing in college. Well, yesterday's game against Kent State disproved all of that. Specifically, the Georgia offense seemingly kind of lost in the wilderness for parts of that game. And moving forward in that SEC East schedule, you have to think, you know what? I think some teams have a shot now at beating Georgia. I don't think Georgia is invincible, at least not as invincible as we thought before. Takeaway number 3, the Big 12 is stacked. The Big 12 conference is fully loaded. There is not a bad team in that league. Now, if you look at conference standings right now, the 2 worst teams in the Big 12 are Texas and West Virginia, both of which are sitting at 2-2. And from that level, there is a complete log jam all the way up to the top of the conference. Now, there's a double-edged sword to this. NFL parity means every team could possibly win, but when we're talking about college football, you need to have a good regular season to make the playoff. And if you're stacking up 3 and 4 losses, that's not going to get the job done. So the Big 12 is fully loaded. It is an excellent conference from top to bottom, but you have to think it's probably going to hurt when it comes college football playoff time, especially if no one can separate from the pack. Takeaway number 4, Texas A&M and Arkansas. First off, that was an instant classic from Jerry World. I've never seen combinations of plays quite like that before. Texas A&M's defensive touchdown, and then even more notably, the missed field goal from Arkansas. You know, Arkansas has lost 10 of the last 11 games against A&M, and it makes me wonder if the Razorbacks will benefit from having this game go back to a home and home. We know the series is set in Jerry World through 2024, but I have to wonder, wouldn't it make more sense to throw this thing back to a home-and-home series if you're Arkansas? Wouldn't Fayetteville offer just a little bit of a competitive edge over Arlington? Takeaway number 5, the Syracuse Orange. You know, all they do is win. Syracuse is sitting at a 4-0 record right now, and they should go to 5-0 by the end of week 5. Now, we're going to see how legit they are because in October, they get to host NC State, and then the following week they go on the road to Clemson. But as it stands now, I think Syracuse should be ranked. I think they should be in the top 25. They've had some impressive wins. They beat Louisville early in the season, and they've had really dramatic, clutch fourth quarter wins the last 2 weeks. So I think Syracuse should be ranked at this moment. What a great week 4 it was. If you're a college football fan, I don't know what else you could ask for. Week 4 had a little bit of everything. Now, this is Kevin in Texas, and God bless each and every one of you. Hopefully you're doing fine whenever and wherever you're at, and I'll see you back here for week 5. Bye-bye.